back, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome week. Just got back from vacation and I had a lot of cages to clean. I'm still in the process of cleaning. I just want to throw out a video for you guys. So the lack of videos is because I was not in town. But right now I'm showing you guys this beautiful lady. Is a pure Argentine boa and very, very tough to find. Yeah, they're getting pretty expensive. I think the price is coming down a little bit. $700 to $1,000 depending on who you're looking at. But again, these are going very quickly into extinction. They are on an endangered and watch list because we as humans are overtaking their natural habitat for building houses and other stuff like that. So it kind of sucks, but luckily we can have breeders in around the world, but especially in the US and Canada, where they can breed these beautiful animals and sit and sell them to us. So that comes to the next point of everybody's freaking out about the LACEY Act right now. I totally understand why. But again, it's not, the government's not directly taking a hit on just reptiles right now. It's basically, if you've been in a hobby of anything long enough, you'll understand that the government overreaches pretty much everything. If you own guns, knives, stuff like that, the government's obviously trying to do away with a lot of that stuff. If you own race cars, off-roading vehicles, the EPA is coming after people extremely hard right now. It's never the rich people, it's always the poor people. But it really boggles my mind right now because, yes, people claim, and the scientists claim, that the Burmese pythons are, wreaking havoc in the Everglades, and I'm sure they're eating some stuff, but, you cannot deny the fact that the domestic house cat has put just about 60 different species into extinction, and every year or every couple of years they're putting more animals on the endangered list. And right now the common house cat is not helping out on the otter situation in California. A lot of the otters are dying because of the house cats over there. So it's just really weird how the government overlooks some animals and they go after other animals. So it's kind of like in Ohio. I have to get a permit for any animal that hits 12 feet and goes above 12 feet. So when it hits 12 feet, I got to do a bunch of paperwork, pay the government money. They come into the house, they check the house, the cages, the room. I got to let the local sheriff know what's going on. And then whenever the state wants to figure out if my animal is in its cage or not, they can just knock on my door. If it's not to their standards, they can take it away and then they're going to kill it. But dogs who maul and kill hundreds of people a year, I really don't see too much going on. I know there are some regulations on pit bulls. I think that's kind of changing a little bit, but the government, state by state, they're not putting the effort into other animals that truly are harming people, into snakes and stuff like that. So we put her away. We'll check out a couple different animals. Some are in shed, some have came out of shed, so some of them are looking very beautiful. And this girl is, I'm very glad she's, her temperament is doing very well right now, because sometimes she really is hit or miss. So she's not striking at me, she's just curious of what's going on. But if you guys are in the market for a Argentine, I would buy one quickly, because if this passes, then you can't bring a snake across state lines. So start buying stuff up right now, but it definitely hurts the breeders. And you can go to US Arc and you can donate to them. I think it's $20 a year. If you want to spend $40 a year, you get a free t-shirts. Then you can get all the information off the website to email your senators and the Congress people. I mean, everything is pretty straightforward on their website to tell you how to protect your rights. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, then I don't know what's going to happen. So they'll figure out something. Hopefully US Arc sues them if it does pass. But I'm really kind of shocked that there's only one company out there, the US Arc, that's really dealing with the rights of the people, because you think there'd be 2 or 3 other groups. But maybe in the future that will happen. But I really think there should be more than one group fighting. That's just the way I see it, because a lot of these other hobbies, they have more than one, and they seem to be winning a lot of cases. But we'll put her back, and then we'll check out the other animals. Alright, so this girl just shed out. This is a fire Enchi clown, and this whole thing going on, I'd be like, man, I can't wait to breed her and have some of you guys get some of her babies, but you know, maybe that's not going to happen anytime soon if this thing passes. But I'm very excited for her. She's 2021, so we have just a little bit longer with her. I'll show you guys the Suriname red tail. She is definitely growing pretty quickly, and she needs to. So I don't want to say that I'm pumping her full of food, but I am feeding her a little bit more than what I would normally feed the boas, because I just think she needs to be a little bit bigger, in my opinion. So her body type is kind of weird. It's kind of like, I don't know, fatty down here. Not fatty, but it's just a weird, I don't know, people say you want your boas to look like a loaf of bread. She does not look like a loaf of bread, but she's okay. She's healthy, and I've been feeding her very, very, very strongly. So she should be growing, which I'm very excited about. Poor lighting over here, but this is the Guyana red tail. She is in blue. We can see her eyes are dulled out. She's another one that is eating on wings once a week. She's very small. I'm trying to get her weight up, you know, keeping her healthy, trying to do that. So some of these I have been in here cleaning. So some of them do need water dishes, and some of these snakes are going back on Repti Chip, and this is the butter clown. I do believe the butter and the lesser are the same thing, but people still label these for sale as butters or lessers. But I love the coloration on her and the pattern. You see a little heart on the top of her head, but really pretty snake, and I'm very excited to see if she will be breedable at the end of this year. And I'm gonna hide for her. This girl right here is always looking good, and she's looking better and better after every shed. So it's the VPI jungle, and very nice temperament. Really nice tail on her, and you can definitely tell that she's 100% jungle. No questioning that at all. So the VPI, do need to clean her cage out. But here we go. No snake hook with her. Pretty exciting moments, although she still might bite me. But VPI Aztec, this girl, as if you've been around on the channel, you know that she had a horrible attitude. And I've had her for maybe 9 months now. No. Yeah, probably 9 months, 8 or 9 months. And it's taken her that long to calm down and let me pick her up without a snake hook. Sometimes if I startle her, I'll still need it. Sometimes she still will strike at me. But this is an improvement, you know, huge improvement, which I'm very excited about. And sometimes, like now, she doesn't seem like she wants to let go. So I hate when they're that young and they just kind of like flop all over the place. It's just kind of makes me nervous. But this girl right here is getting darker and darker. IMG, Motley, Hypo, Jungle, and 100% het for snow. And I don't think she's getting darker. I don't know how dark she's going to get. She's a 2020, but I don't think she's going to get too much darker on her head. But her body looks really cool, and she does throw some very nice greens and blues and purples on the iridescence, which is very pretty. So another one which is really nice is this VPI IMG. This girl is eating very well. And this is the sister of the IMG Aztec. So they were the same litter and definitely have 100% different personalities. So you just got to work with them. Some snakes, you'll get them and they hate your guts, and then other ones will be super affectionate and just love being held. So it's kind of cool to see that every snake does have a different personality. And the Burmese is in here somewhere. I'm getting more Repti Chip hopefully soon. I haven't really been able to get any lately, so here she is, growing very nicely. She is 2 years old, and right now I can definitely tell that she is on her growth spurt, because she's shedding very consistently now and very often. The Mountain Dew, female green anaconda number 2, she's in shed. She was very, very deep into shed yesterday, so she's definitely coming out of shed. And again, it's very bad lighting that I don't have the best lighting in here, but she's definitely come a long way since her little mishap about almost a year ago. So she's a little on the small side, but she's definitely picking her weight up. And then of course, Pop-Tart is down at the bottom and doing well. So that's really it on some of the updates. I can show you guys on the next video a lot more snakes. I just want to talk to you guys about what's going on with the LACEY Act, and it's letting you guys know my thoughts on it, which it should not be happening. There was a LACEY Act, I believe, of 2015. I was not really into snakes or animals at that point, so I really don't know what was going on with that. But I do know a lot of snakes did not come off of the ban list, such as the anacondas and berms. So that definitely sucks. That's why the prices on them are so high. But it is what it is. Hopefully this doesn't really pass. And then we can keep our animals. Well, we can keep our animals anyways. We just can't really like ship them or whatever. But nobody's going to know if you just go across state lines and buy one, because that's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to be like a bunch of state to state stuff without the government knowing. And that's probably what's going to happen. But it'll all work out in the end. Because all these people who are making, you know, millions of dollars off this, they're not gonna lose this for business investment. All right, guys, that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. See you guys on the next video.